Now, everyone, I'm just putting in a little voice over here just to say that this entire video was filmed with my friend Linda in mind, that through illness cannot visit herself. So if you're like her and you'll not get to visit this, then I hope you really enjoyed the video. But if you do plan on visiting, be warned, it shows a lot of spoilers. Good morning. We're in Angel Tube Station. We're heading to Victoria Tube Station because we are going with Evan Evans Tours to Warner Bros. Studios. There was no availability left on the official site, but seemingly a tip I got on YouTube actually said that if you try the companies, there's Golden Tours as well, that provide transport to the studios and an entrance ticket, then they always have small bit of availability. I think I got the last slot for today. Anyway, I'm super excited. Wanted to see Harry Potter Studios for a long time. So, we're heading to head office now to check in. Our slot time starts at 9, so we have to be there at 8:30. So we'll see you there. An empty tube station at this hour of the morning. And 2 minutes wait then till our next one. Yeah, so it's about 20 to 9. We got here about 10 minutes ago. We checked in to get this wristband, and now we're just queuing up for the bus. Walking under all the ones, it's cool. Into a little cafe area. Look at this guy. The sorting hat. And this is the big long queue. Oh, thank you. Oh, cool. So we have an activity passport just given to us. Tour entrance. And a big long queue. Here's where we find the what? Oh, the snake. They give in the book that they give you to find a couple of things. There's a shopping list in it as well. And your letter for Hogwarts.
150 years old, that was old.
Making of Harry Potter. Now, given where we are, this may sound like a silly question, but do we have any fans of Harry Potter here today? The very words Harry heard when he arrived at the castle 25 years ago. Welcome to Hogwarts, and a gentle push that door, and the biggest round of applause for our birthday helpers. Thank you all so much for your help. Yes, come on through. Oh, thank you so much. Yes, this is it. This is the Great Hall. Now, the Great Hall was one of the first sets constructed for filming. As you'll be able to see as you enter, one of the largest. Now, actually stood in a soundstage during production filming for over 10 years, and that was just over there actually. The hall itself was designed by the late great Stuart Craig, production designer, whose extraordinary vision shaped the identity and spirit of Hogwarts. Towards the end of the tour, you'll see the art department, an absolute treasure trove, where every sketch, blueprint, every model helped create the look and feel of the castle we all know They have been rigged in the exact same way they would have been 25 years ago for Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. The banners themselves were designed by the graphics department, headed up at the time by Mira Formiga. The designs themselves are technically called heraldic emblems. Each one is created to display visually the traits of each Hogwarts house. If you look up, you'll see the Gryffindor one, which symbolises the traits of Gryffindor. The crown represents bravery, chivalry, courage, and nerve. It really just shows us how much effort and care Mira Formiga and her team put into the details to enrich the storytelling. Now, speaking of storytelling, if I can ask those all coming in to gather around the fireplace and join me here. You'll see we've restored some iconic costumes from Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, and we have positioned them to depict a memorable scene. One where Dumbledore awards some last-minute house points, resulting in a triumphant, if unexpected win for Gryffindor. So let's relive that moment now.
And finally, it takes a great deal of bravery to stand up to your enemies, but a great deal more to stand up to your friends. I award 10 points to Neville Longbottom. Assuming that my calculations are correct, Gryffindor wins the House Cup.
And you grand applause for Gryffindor, well done! So now let's talk about the incredible costume. Juliana McCoskey was the iconic costume designer responsible for all these iconic uniforms you see in Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. And she was even nominated for an Academy Award for her work on the first film. Now, the wizard hats you can see here were created one by hand using felt, and it took roughly 4 hours to make just one. Now, given that roughly 400 were carefully crafted for the end of term fees, that equates to roughly 1,600 hours of work for one scene alone. Unfortunately, the risk of working with so many young actors is that some of the hats got trampled on, much to the horror of the costume department, who had spent so much time and work on them. With that, our time in the Great Hall is coming to an end, but a few bits of important information before you move on today. If you have one of our studio tour passports, please be on the lookout for the stamping locations throughout the tour and the golden stitches we've hidden for you. At the end of the passport, you'll see your Hogwarts acceptance letter with a list of things you'll need for your first year at Hogwarts. If you need any help with this whatsoever, please reach out to us interactors. Now, if you have one of our digital guides, your tour begins through the archways. Please look out for the tour icons. Halfway through the tour in our backlot cafe.
So we just left the Great Hall, but before we went into the Great Hall, they gave us a little presentation from David Hasty, producer and all like that, and a little cinema film about how the book sat on the bottom shelf of his office, where he had top priority, mid priority and low priority, and it actually sat on low priority shelf for a long while, till one lady read it and she got so excited and she presented it to him, and he read it then in one sitting and loved it.
Why did they bother? To describe, you walked into that Great Hall just now. How did you feel? Yeah? Authentic, I'll take that. Perfectly good explanations. Now imagine you're 11 years old. You walk into that Great Hall. Boom, they'll be scraping bits of green.
This is for the back. Oh, I found the
This oak fence has most of the archways in this building. There's a huge wall with big squishy sofas which all reinforces with red velvet and then real work. Quidditch demonstration starting now in a few seconds.
During our first year at Hogwarts Feature. My name is Brandon. We're going to talk today about the wonderful game that is Quidditch. The very highly anticipated sport seen on screen for the first time in the Philosopher's Stone 25 years ago. And most of the kids that knew about Harry Potter were very excited to see it portrayed on the screen. So let's get into a bit of how we bring it to life. So as you can see here, we've got the introduction of Quidditch to Harry, who, growing up in the Muggle world, has no idea what's going on. So Oliver Wood, played by Sean Biggerstaff, gives him the rundown of everything involved in Quidditch, including, of course, all of the balls used in play. We've got the Quaffle, first of all, created by our props department. It was a very physical, practical set piece that could use a real genuine leather sports ball thrown around during all of the takes on set. That's the only purely physical ball we see on screen. We have the bludgers up next, of course. The very dangerous, heavy prop balls were created for some close-up shots, but ultimately most of the erratic motion you see during Quidditch matches is CGI added in by the visual effects team in post-production to keep them as chaotic as possible on screen. Finally, of course, the ball that wins the game, the Golden Snitch. A genuine metal ball, again created practically by our prop team, very intricately detailed and engineered, but ultimately with its erratic flight path around the pitch, again a visual effects creation in post-production. But then, of course, we've got the box that houses them just to my right-hand side down here as you head on later after our demonstration. It was a practical effect, again, with our special effects team bringing this to life. With the bludgers bursting out of containment, they had to simulate that in the contained wooden box. If you listen carefully, you might hear it again. Thankfully, all secured nice and tightly until the game begins, where it'll be Madam Hooch's responsibility to let them fly during the match itself. But the last thing you need, of course, is the broomstick. Very important in the game where you fly around. So we have one of the original broomsticks here on our rig system today. They're fitted with a bicycle saddle, footrests, and a safety harness, of course. With underage children on those broomsticks, we have to be incredibly careful with their safety as well, hidden underneath all of those robes. We've got one here today. Of course, Harry received his own Nimbus 2000 from Professor McGonagall all those years ago as well. Very exciting bit of our post, if not discreet in any way whatsoever on the screen. But the behind the scenes is a lot less exciting, in my opinion at least. A lot of green screen and blue screen backdrops. Typically only green screen is used, but considering the Slytherin team, the better team, wears green on the Quidditch pitch, they have to have a blue screen for matches involving them instead. But we've also got the rig system set up here as well, with the original pole arm and the axis base for the broomstick to be tilted and shifted as they simulate flight around the Quidditch stadium. And then we've got the rig in action with various different mechanics involved, the camera flying up and past our actors, as well as the actors moving around the camera as well, with very cleverly disguised motions. And there we can see we're setting up ready for the match itself. So Yeah, I'm sure you'll all remember, but cast your minds back. How do we make our broomstick flies in the first lesson of the year with Madam Hooch? Anybody remember? You hold your arm out and you shout up. So we're all going to do that together in 3, 2, 1, up! And away we go. The match has begun. So Harry's on his way. The bludgers will make an appearance very shortly, but of course, with Harry being our seeker, we're focused more for when that golden snitch appears. We start off with some basic motion as we get into the breeze around the Quidditch Stadium itself. But very soon there'll be a lot more chaos as our chasers and beaters make their way around the pitch, throwing the quaffle back and forth, doing their best to unseat each other. Speaking of beaters, I think you're coming now. We can see them just over Harry's hut there on your right hand side and swinging down. Hopefully we can avoid them during our search for the golden snitch, but you never know, sometimes they do like to come rather close over our head. Shouldn't be too tricky though. We've got some nice dramatic sharp turns as well, simulated by our rig and our backdrop, which would have been added of course in post-production later on in the editing. More erratic flight path there of course, making its way around the stands. Our actors on the broomsticks have to imagine all of that themselves, as I said, is all done in post-production with all the students cheering and our teachers. But for now we found the golden snitch. So hopefully our Quidditch player can catch that, although it's not looking too good at the moment, unfortunately. Rather close, but still not quite quick enough. It's no Limit 2000 after all. But maybe they'll have a bit of better luck on the next take, who knows. For now though, our Quidditch match is at an end. So thank you very much for joining me today, folks. My name has been Brandon. I do hope you enjoyed our little demonstration. But if you're keen to try your own broomstick flight, you'll find our green screen broomstick rig set up on your left hand side with a much simpler flight path around London.
What did you say your name was again? I didn't. Well, whereabouts are you went? The Leaky Cauldron. That's in London. Do you hear that, Ern? The Leaky Cauldron, that's in London.
The Leaky Cauldron, hey, you got the pizza. Actually, eating boy eat you.
There's a green screen behind you and you can sit on the broomstick and it comes up as if you're flying over Hogwarts and everything like that. I tell you, if someone's standing there telling you all the movements to make and everything, and it shows on the screen. And you can go there and you can buy it. I don't know how much it costs, but it's pretty cool.
class of towards Dumbledore. Okay, so you want to start by putting your two hands by your sides. And bring all the energy up, all the magic up to the very, very top of the arc. Bring your two hands together at the top and a bit of stamp for some pizzazz as you fire it off towards your enemy. As it is such a powerful move, let's try it one more time. So bring your two hands by your sides, all the way up to the top of the arc. Two hands together and fire it off with a bit of a stamp. Excellent. Okay, so the music has changed, it's much more sinister. There's some sinister purple lights up there on the pulpit. That can only mean something terrible is about to happen, as I feared. We're gonna need everybody here joining in because I have absolutely no idea what's gonna happen. Anything can happen. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Wait. It looks like we have a decorator, but that's absolutely fine. Because of course you're all trained in one combat, so everybody's able to join in now. Let's make it as well as well. Okay, we're doing one down, ready? Put your arm up, buddy. And we're gonna go into two, into three. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Keep going. 1, 2, 3. Ready for fourth. Go on. 1, 2. All there. All there. Guys, you don't just how powerful you are, and they're clearly plotting something. But I have no idea what it is. So let's try out the defensive move and to shield them. Again, put the two hands together.
Tapestry, serious blackface. Dark arts.
Huge circular defensive shield all around the body. Bring your two hands together and fire off towards your enemy. Excellent. Now this next one is our
We're heading into the Forbidden Forest. Look. The ground is all soft, it's like you're walking on the forest floor. It does like damp earth or something. Aren't you meant to bow to him or something? Platform 9 3/4. Please go and take my picture. Oh, can we go in the train now, yeah? Through on this, I think. Nothing interactive in it.
long thing?
I don't know. It's like a jelly snake.
Oh my.
Look
Look at all.
That's the whole walkthrough. Back out we go.
We'll take the lot.
Another kind of interactive thing here. Like you're actually in the train and then you can go and purchase your videos and all like that. But yeah, we're just heading in here. Are we going to get the butterbeer in here? Yes, we are. Oh, there's a big queue for it as well. Oh well, hopefully it'll be worth it. Okay, so we're going to get a snack here as well as butterbeer. And then we are heading out there. Can't wait to get into Privet Drive. The night bus, just there. I hope I like this butterbeer now. Yeah, so we just got a little snack. I just got chips. We got our butterbeer to try. We've got a chicken goujon, just a kid's meal because she's not that hungry either. And see a price on that. I think it was like £23 or something like that. But anyway, right. First ever butterbeer, and it comes in a take-home glass, £7.95. I'm a bit weary of this because it tastes like cream at all. No, it's lovely. It just tastes like caramel. Yeah, I drink all that. So here's the little booklet that they give you when you come in. There's lots of activities where you can collect stamps and everything like that. But it also has your Hogwarts letter. You just write your name in on it, which I think is pretty cool. So it has your Hogwarts letter. You just write your name on it there, which is cool. And then it has a ticket for the Hogwarts Express as well. We didn't really do any of the collection things. Like you can collect a shopping list, and you can collect all your 7 stamps and all like that. We'll be back again anyway. Yeah, so when you come out to the outside area, there's sinks there for washing your butterbeer glasses off. Hogwarts Bridge. It's cool.
Your attention, please. The next demonstration is about to commence in our backlot stage.
We go to the bus. Are you in the bus? Oh, you can't get into it. Is it in there?
is clear. We can expect great things from you.
There we go, that's a bit better. Hello everyone, my name is Jack and it's my absolute pleasure to welcome you here during our Secrets of Sound Effects demonstration. Now we're here for our first year at Hogwarts, which means we are celebrating 25 years of Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. Now in today's demo, you're actually going to be learning about how sound can bring to life the atmosphere, even the emotion, or give you that magical feeling of being transported to somewhere else entirely. And even on top of that, you might even learn some more about dragons than you probably think you could. We'll come to that later on though. Firstly, sound has been such an important part of all that we do here at Warner Brothers, and that goes all the way back almost 100 years ago to about 1927 when they released the film The Jazz Singer. Now, The Jazz Singer was the first feature-length film they had with synchronised dialogue, which was a big, bold step away from the silent movie era. Now, we also had a man named Jack Foley. Do remember that name, it's quite important for later. So that is where the Foley steps in. Foley named, of course, after Jack Foley. It truly brings to life the rest of the scene, the stuff that we don't normally get to hear in real life. So we're actually going to hear from Foley artist Glenn Gathard about how they did it for Harry Potter. Glenn?
Foley is the magic process of physically performing sounds, whether that be human elements or whether that be dragons and creatures. It's sounds that you create out of thin air using different props and different performance, and it's a thing that brings both our human characters to life but also our creatures. The sound team on Harry Potter the Philosopher's Stone was really integral to the Sonic universe moving forward in the series. So much experimentation took place. We'd never heard magic before. We'd never been in this world before, so a lot of the things that happened across this film for sound dictate how the world sounded sonically moving forward. It did evolve, as did the films, but at this point, this were the first times we were hearing some of these magic moments.
Amazing. So, would you like to see some Foley in action today? Wonderful. Now, first things first, to do that, we're going to need a scene. So let's pick the first time we actually get to meet a dragon, which is little baby Norbert. So, Glenn, how would we approach creating the sound for a scene like that?
For a scene like Norbert's, it's really exciting because the Foley artists and Foley mixers and anyone from sound would enter a giant room of props, a bit like the room of requirements for sounds. All different things we've gathered from all over the world, and we'd grind them together, bang them, creep them, and we're just experimenting. It's basically play with sound. And whilst in it's a very team-based effort, and it's kind of like looking for those sonic signatures that maybe we've heard before or maybe we've never heard before. The process is mostly play.
Amazing. So let's break the scene down piece by piece. For that, we have, of course, Norbert on the table, freshly hatched, scratching his claws. But how do we make the sound of the claws? For that, I'm going to need some help, which is, of course, my fellow interactor, and for this demo, Foley artist. Got there in the end. Foley artist Mason.
Fantastic. So before we begin, let's get Glenn to break it down what we're going to do next. Glenn, take it away, please.
For all the little scratches on the table, we'd actually take a set of gloves and we'd cut the fingertips off, and then we'd take different shells from on the beach and tape them to every fingertip, so that we can give our Foley artists something physical to be able to play with and actually perform the movements on the table themselves with the ends of their fingers.
Amazing, that's the claws now done. But he is a freshly hatched dragon. So what does a freshly hatched dragon sound like, Glenn? If you're ready, Ross?
For the body movement for Norbert, we'd use all different types of things, but one particular thing we'd use, as we do across lots of dragons, is actually a bag full of flour. It's actually corn flour, and you'd crunch it in your hands, and you'd get a physical, groany, creaky sound from it that is thicker than human skin, and allows you to connect with the motion that's happening on the screen.
Not the most pleasant noise, but we wouldn't have a dragon without having a little bit of fire as well. So, for the last time, Glenn, would you like to tell us how the fire works?
For the fire puffs, of course you would use some elements of fire, but actually in the majority of the scene there isn't really any fire. It's actually created through wind on the microphone capsule, which is not really how you should treat a microphone, but it creates low frequency, and then a handful of straw held into the microphone to create the texture of the fire and the crackles and burns.
Amazing. Now, we've recorded those on that microphone behind me there. I'm going to pop it into the desk. I'm going to leave you with Mason, though, to get our last sound, which, of course, is the iconic voice of Norbert.
Indeed, it's time to come down to the audience. I'm looking for the loud one of the family, because what I would like someone to do is to create a wonderful dragon roar. So who would like to create a dragon roar for me?
Oh, down at the front.
Oh, down the front. Hello, fantastic. So you're going to be our dragon roar. Oh, God, let's have both of you do this at the same time. So on the count of 3, give me your best dragon roar into the microphone. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Don't be shy.
Oh, it's a very quiet dragon.
Rah. Rah. Not bad. Round applause for our budding Foley artist here. Wasn't far flung that sound from maybe something we're going to hear later on, do you think?
Yeah, it does sound almost like it. And I think she agrees. But like
Yes,
I said,
I think she does.
Later, we'll come to that later.
But baby Norbert didn't quite sound like the full-on roar dragon, still just a little baby, so it sounded more like a sort of squawking sound. So, audience, when nobody put their hands up, now's your moment, all of you. Give me a best squawking sound like you're full of a room with people that you're never going to see again, so squawk away. There we go.
That was a bit better.
That's much better, yeah. They're not shy after all. Some say it was like working in an aviary, wasn't it?
Yeah, kinda.
Now, when we're working in the Foley studio, we use these wonderful microphones here, like the one Jacqueline is holding up. These can pick up frequencies that the human ear cannot hear. That will then be taken to the desk over here that Jacqueline is in front of, and that will be manipulated to create whole new, amazing sound effects. And speaking of which, let's hear Norbert's voice used in the final edit of the film. Shall we, Jacqueline?
There we go. Doesn't he sound a little bit cute?
Adorable. I love it. Now, how about we see the entire final edit of the sound? Shall we do that? Are we ready?
Let's pop it all together and see what it links. Oh, hang on, we've got no sound. Let's bring in our sound effects, shall we? It's a bit better.
Is that a dragon? That's not just a dragon. That's a Norwegian Ridgeback. My brother Charlie works with these from Romania.
Isn't he beautiful? Oh, bless him, look, he knows his mummy. I know Norbert.
Norbert?
Yeah, well, he's got to have a name, doesn't he? Don't you, Norbert? Hey. Ooh, well, he'll have to be trained up a bit, of course.
Oh, bless him. He is just a baby, isn't he?
He's adorable.
Now, as much as we probably wanted dragons to say this side, they didn't. As the films go on, the dragons did, of course, get bigger. And of course, it all comes to a head in the Triwizard Tournament, where we get to meet some of the bigger dragons. Now, as the dragons did get bigger, the techniques had to change as well. And I believe something in that cage would love to show you how that works today. Now, one slight problem, the cage is locked. So we are going to need to cast some magic together to get this cage open. So if you have a wand, fantastic, grab it, you're gonna need it. If not, we know there's magic stored all the way up into your fingertips. So everyone this time, if you like to point your wands, point your fingers over towards our crate. Adults, that's you as well. You're not too cool. I get paid to talk about Harry Potter. Fantastic, I think that'll do. So we're going to do the unlocking chant a la Homura together to get the cage open. So if we're ready, 3, 2, 1. I think that was just about enough magic. Grand. Isn't she beautiful? Say hello. sure that means hello. This is our Hungarian horntail. Now, to make the sound of the Hungarian horntail huffing and puffing, as you can see, they would actually use one of these. Now, these are small accordion-like things. They would compress the bellows back and forth without playing any notes to create the sound of the breathing. And if they need to make it sound more like a laboured breath, if they are flying or fighting, they would rattle the handles. Grand. Now, I have a question for you today. Would you like to see the dragon breathe fire? Grand, because our special effect team felt a little bit left out. So they're going to add and see what they can do. Fantastic, nice. Give her a round of applause, everyone. And then definitely pop your way before you burn anything else down. Oh, you're very smoky today. Crumbs.
Goodness me.
All right. No, you can't eat Mason. So sorry. Sorry, Mason. Anyway, now you can see how sound really does breathe to life a scene or even an animatronic throughout Harry Potter.
So next time you watch the films, do spare a thought for all the runners, all the Foley artists, all the Foley mixers toiling away to make all those lovely sound effects that you'll hear in the final edit. And of course, don't forget later on, if you'd like to see more about Hagrid's creatures, Fluffy the three-headed dog. You can hear more about that in the Creatures Workshop in the second building in the second half of the tour. Our fellow interactor would love to tell you more.
All right, I think that's everything from us. Thank you for listening to us here today for our first year at Hogwarts. To continue the rest of your tour, it is just out that back door, back into the back lot. My name has been Jacqueline, this has been the Magnificent Mason, and we are your interactors. Enjoy the rest of your tour today.
Oh, this
Don't do it.
Does that open? No.
You can help with the washing up later if you want.
Thank you.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Now.
Did you get some pictures now?
How was the butter cake?
Why don't you sit down?
Heading into the greenhouse.
Keep coming in, there are more mandrakes further down, there are more mandrakes for you further down the floor. There are more, head on down everyone, head straight on down and join the mandrake.
Can't. When there's no what? Ah, okay. You want to pull one? Not yourself. Do you want a picture or anything?
For this scene, we needed a 40-foot dragon to thrash about in a cage, and John Richardson's special effects team provided the fire.
When John rigs something, you best stand well back. He rigged the dragon with a flamethrower and threw balls of liquid propane almost 40 feet, illuminating the whole set. It's quite magical.
It was. Ever since I was a kid, I'd wanted to see a dragon. And that night, I saw a dragon. It was an absolute joy.
Now, one of Nick's most complex creations was this.
I now know how to build a hippogriff. So I didn't before, no one ever had.
Can I have a go? Now, the rear half of the hippogriff is like a horse, while the front is that of a giant eagle, with real feathers covering the head, neck, chest, and wings.
I had a feather specialist working for months with 10 people, making sure each single feather had the right bend, the right colour, the right shape, and each one had to be individually inserted in exactly the right spot on the peak.
And the machinery inside looks like it was built by NASA. It's ridiculously complicated and requires many people and a computer to operate all of the various components individually to create a synchronized movement.
They say you must always bow to a hippogriff, otherwise it'll tear you apart. One of the funniest things I've ever seen was a group of VIP visitors when they came to a hippogriff. They bowed. So they bowed. So they bowed back. And this went on for several minutes until finally all would say, please make it stop. Protocol demands we keep bowing. So now, before we go, I'd like to share with you the real secret behind all of the magic of the Creature Shop.
Oh, that's lovely, Nick, but I can't take all the credit. It's a bit embarrassing. My crew has.
The entire team at Leavesall has been like one giant family, and I'm totally in awe of the abilities of the people I work with. They've given me 100% and have worked their socks off for 10 years to make fantastic work, and you know it's them that really deserve the thanks.
10 years. It's been magic. Thank you.
Thank you.
And now we're ready for the final process, the makeup application. My favourite bit, actually. Have been doing for this. Such a pro. Put the big couple first. Marvellous. we've got the cowl, the back of the head, and the ears. We put the neck on next, and then we put the chin on, and then we put the face. And you can see it moves so well. The sort of silicone just moves like skin. Fine lines, squint, put your tongue out. Naughty goblin. Should we put the wig on?
Yeah.
So the wig is put on and then final touches. So what do we think about that?
Excellent.
Alright.
Yeah, it brings it to life when the wig's on, doesn't it?
Yeah.
At least I know what I look like when I'm 100 years old.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's about it, guys.
I'm sure, I mean, if I can say now, like, I was born in the Purple Film, whole month, anywhere.
The cards themselves are hand-dipped marble paper. First of all, we cut the marble paper up to the size of the tank because we need
Not only does this slide show off Ron's absolute chess genius, but also his complete courage and true bravery, making what he does an absolute true Gryffindor move. Check. And now we'll see the White Queen slowly turning, getting ready to take Ron on the back of the knight. Now, when a piece would need to be taken, they would blow up. So with child actors on the set, instead of pyrotechnics, compressed air would be remotely activated inside of the pieces for a controlled explosion. All of the broken pieces were then individually created and set down, and Rupert Grint even managed to keep a broken piece of his knight as a memento, which he still keeps to this day. When all of the work from all of the different departments came together, the end result was pretty spectacular. So now all that's left is for Harry to close out the game and checkmate the king. Checkmate! Now if you would like to sacrifice yourself just like Ron, then feel free to head over to our photo opportunity over here, which will be available as a complimentary digital download. In a couple of rooms' time in our art department, you'll even be able to see some of the streams.
obviously like a bit erratic. One of the complications was the interaction. So the actor was going to have to touch and climb on the treasure, and we need to understand where he is physically in space. So we go through a process of rotoscoping his physical.
It's what? Oh. This is cool, isn't it, Quiva? I just wish there wasn't so many people. But you can see more. Anyway, on to the next part. Yeah, that sign says a Quidditch match starts in 3 minutes, so. Oh, look at this. That is so cool.
I always knew he'd do well.
And we're in the gift shop. Go and have a look, see what we want to get for exit. This is a cool gift shop. Look at these little cute fellas. Harry Potter London. £18. He is cute. Earrings and socks. Jacket is nice. £80 for the jacket. Harry Potter London, £25. The prices are not too bad here. I was expecting them to be a lot higher. Pins. Only £6, is it? Or is it 16? I can't see. I've no glasses. 6. That's really good. I collect pins. The mug is 14. Lots of key rings. How much is that? Quidditch. $7.95. Lots of socks. Oh, the Quidditch pins. That is cute. How much is that? £25. The print there is 10,000 for the Nimbus 2000. Not bad. That pink one is nice. £60. Good heavy quality as well. Which is the pin set? £12. Celebration ones are £33. You just pick your own one. It's Leviosa, not Leviosa. What's going on up there? That door just opened and closed.
Choosing as the wizard, Mr. Potter. It's not always clear.
Feather quill. £30, not bad. £19 nearly. Pins are $6.95. That is really good price. Oh, I like the scarves. $6.95. £14 for that one. Knife buster. It's £12 for that. I also collect fridge magnets. I like that one. We have a butterbeer one here as well. $6.95. Yeah, I'm going to get that one. I want a nice pen as well, though. Oh, Dobby. All the houses, is it? And all the ties. £15 for those ones. $4.95 was it? Yeah. For the house hair buttons. House hair bands. Oops. Or $6.95. Bags are $15. Pins of house animals. It says 3 for 2. I like those. I like those. Do you want to pick 2 things because it's 3 for 2? Do you want your house hair bobbin or anything? You can even buy a Nimbus 2000. It's a light up broom. It's only £25. That is such a good price. If you're a little small child now, get one. Not on tap. You can even buy Hogwarts crest plates. They are really nice. 47 and 40. Ooh, jewelry and sparkly and shiny things. Harry Potter bracelets are only £5. Spinning time turner necklace, 15. Dobby! £5. Oh, that's a charm. Like a bracelet, which is this is a great idea for children. So the bracelet is £5. I never noticed the little bag beside the teddy. £45 for that. That is beautiful. The mini pin set is €30. Now this I like because it would match my Christmas tree, so that I am getting £10. Happy days. Sweeties, my favorite part. Oh, single bottle butterbeer, $4.95. Oh, they have the chocolate frogs. 16 almost. The beans. Fudge flies, peppermint toads, chocolate coins are $2.95. So we're in the queue. Found a nicer fridge magnet. That one is gorgeous. It's £10. I prefer that one, Quiva. So I'm going to get that one. Sorry. Now, there's more there as well. You getting Hedwig and chocolate?
Thank you.
No problem.
Yes, I can see baby.
It's £8. What is that? It's just a bag charm. Oh, I do like that too, so I'm going to get that. Now, no shopping. One more thing. I do collect pins, so I need some pins. There's so much stuff. Is that a pin? I don't like that one. Do you want the official guide? How much is it? Do you see price on it, Creep? £10 for the official guide. No, I'll only stick it in a drawer and never look at it again. Now we're back where we started. Have my little goodies. We've got hers. So we're going to go down into that. We've 25 minutes now till the bus, so we'll go down here and have a little look, see. There's a fancy restaurant here. Oh, it's beautiful. But we're not hungry. Snacking our butter beer, but just show you that menu there. Ice cream, waffle cone, chocolate, sweet treats, hot drinks. Okay. Look at that restaurant in there, Quiva. Isn't it lovely? I would book there now. If I was coming back here again, I would go in there. Menu gourmet burgers. Tomato pizza, salad, sides. Tall feasts. Sorry, Qui. Chef's favorites. Sundays. That's for that little cafe in there. It's just beside the really fancy one. Yeah, so we're just out and we're coming back to this little seating area where we were earlier. It's just by the bus stops, but they have this little van here as well with cold drinks and hot drinks, ice creams as well. And there's our bus over there. Well, there's one coming in, but all the buses just park in there, so it's dead handy. Back on the bus. It's going to take us about an hour and a half to get back to the hotel. Evening everyone, it is 5 o'clock on our last day. So we're going to leave here in about 30 minutes. And we're going to get the tube from Angel Street to King's Cross. Just checking with Quiva there. And then we're going to get a train from King's Cross to the airport. And yeah, just head on home. So busy 3 days, wasn't it, Quiva? But a great 3 days. Universal Tours now was the highlight for me. No, Warner Brothers, sorry. So Universal Harry Potter. Oh my God. I let it all this out. Warner Brothers Harry Potter tour was a highlight for me because I've wanted to go there for so long. And was yours Lion King? Yeah, Quiva's was Lion King. But we had a great few days anyway, so I'll talk to you in a while. Now we're heading to the airport. Goodbye Premier Inn, Islington. I will definitely stay here again. It's so handy. So central. This little shopping area down here. It's cool. Tickets acquired. We had to just cross the road to come into Pancras Station to get food and Gatwick. So now, which one are we on, Queen? Yeah, so we'll head to the train. So we're here at the train station, London Blackfriars, to get our connection train then to Gatwick. But look at this for a train stop. Stunning. Right in the middle of a bridge. Plot twist. We all got run off the train because some relief driver or something didn't turn up, so we have to wait 20 minutes now for the next train. We're going to be cutting a fine for our flight, methinks. You think, Queef? Anyway, but the train that we all got run off still sitting there, so the rest of them are going to be held up as well. I don't know. We shall see. Plot twist. Got a notification that the flight is delayed 2 hours as well, so we're not taking off until 20 to 12 due to air traffic control issues, but they gave us €3. Sure, we can find something for that in an airport, possibly. Anywho, talk to you in a while. First airport ever, I was brought into a little room to show them my colostomy bag. They had to do a visual check, but they were ever so nice. The young girl used to work in a hospital, so she's seen it all before. She was lovely. Yeah, we're heading for departures.